And the only difference for example 6 is, again, in the way the connection between the roots is given, and we've got k appearing in two places. So still the same, find the value of k. We want equations involving k so that we can solve for k. We know it's to make connections to the sum of roots product of the roots because of the words in the question. Now, let me identify A. A will be equal to k minus 2 in this case. We can't read B while it's in that format, so what I would do is I'd take out x, no, oh sorry, yes we can, take that back. There's only the one x term, and so B is equal to minus 5. And it's actually C that has two components. It's 2k plus 3. What do we know about the roots? Let alpha equal one of the roots. And what do we know? The roots are reciprocals. So not minus the reciprocal, just the reciprocal. So 1 on alpha is the other root. So again, when we've got a connection like this between the roots, we don't introduce alpha and beta. It's unnecessary, so stay with alpha. It will reduce the complexity of our equations because we're reducing the number of variables. So what do we know? We know that the sum of the roots, so alpha plus 1 on alpha, is minus b on a, so that's 5 on k minus 2. Now that's looking quite complicated. Let me see what the second equation, which is going to be the product of the roots, and that's going to be really nice, is equal to c on a, which is 2k plus 3, over k minus 2. C on A. Now, this actually cancels, and that's fine because I've got an equation in K. So 2k plus 3 over k minus 2. K minus 2 is 2k plus 3. And so if we solve that, I think I've done that right, we've got k is equal to minus 5. So we actually didn't use that sum of the roots, that wasn't taking us anywhere. Nice. So yeah, can think about that for the future. You may not, as you can see here, you may not use both equations, and if one's looking a little bit messy, have a look at what the other equation looks like and see what you can do from there. So that's it. Please, yeah, there's a lot of variation in the styles of questions that you're going to come across in 8H. Think about that, note them down. Yeah, make some note of it because it's easy to do the questions, I think, when they're all put together in an exercise, but that's not how you're going to get examined in the future. There's just going to be a question, you know, put in amongst, it could be in amongst or just straight after trig questions. And yeah, you really need to be able to identify these styles of questions and their connections to those two definitions for sum of the root and product of the roots.